Today, we have 6 simple mistakes that a lot of content creators make, especially when they're up and coming. I'm telling you today, if you change up these things, it will help you substantially. So what makes today's video so great is a couple of these points I'm even discovering myself still after doing this for so many years. Now, I've had the pleasure of working with a handful of creators throughout the years to help with their branding, to content management, to just bouncing back and forth ideas. From crazy car guys like Weston Chaplin, all the way to your Fortnite gaming creators like my boy Sork Dylan. Over the last 10 years, I've been able to build a relationship with a lot of these individuals and learn from and give any information or push that I could to them as well. So discovering my own journey and also being able to communicate with other successful creators through their journeys, it really did help me narrow down this list. And this doesn't only apply to what maybe you and I perceive as like content creators. This goes out to the garage dads out there that want to start a YouTube channel, or the woodworkers and lawn care guys. Essentially, this video is structured around using content creation to push your brand. And the first mistake being when people overcomplicate the start. That's the biggest mistake any content creator makes. This is the reason why so many content creators don't even get started. Wanting to have the right gear, the right lighting, wanting to be able to edit like somebody that's been editing for 5 to 10 years. You don't really understand how impactful it is that you need to just get started and discover this journey out for yourself until you actually do it. Trying to be super flashy and oversell yourself, especially in a time where everybody really likes authenticity, it's a crutch that you just don't need. You're going to want to improve and get better, but don't let that hinder you. Don't stress about the idea of what you should be versus the idea of what you just can be for now. Number 2, chasing the views and not the brand you're building. This doesn't need to be just views. This could be followers, subscriptions, all the vanity metrics, the things that really don't matter too much in the world of content creation, whether you're using it to leverage the growth of your lawn care company or you're trying to be a Call of Duty Warzone content creator. The easiest priority across the board, whether you're doing vertical or long form content, is you need to get people to click and stay and watch. It's like if you want to be a burger joint, your main goal is to get people to want to come and have your cheeseburger through showing off your cheeseburger, but then also too, like people need to like your cheeseburger. You need to want them to actually be there and eat it and come back for more. And content creation relates even more into business in so many ways. Like if you have that burger joint, you would obviously want to learn and educate ways at which other food businesses run and operate. How are they successful? You wouldn't want to go and see how Amazon runs their warehouses and replicate their recipe for your business. Well, maybe you could. Maybe that's like the next groundbreaking burger joint. But what I'm trying to point out is like Amazon is this obviously like big worldwide business. They work on like crazy scale, crazy output, crazy number, like crazy demands. The shit you get by being an Amazon Prime member, for example, is absurd. Amazon in the world of business is like the Mr. Beast in content creation. When you're a small up and coming content creator and your full focus is how do I get subs? How do I get views? And you don't focus on how do I grow my brand through content creation, I think that in itself is what hinders so many people. And I mean, that is the challenging thing. What is your brand? Like, what is it that you're trying to produce? This is something that I've been going through with myself. This is why I cleaned up my channel over the last few months. It's like, I want people to be invested into me and brand BigE and what I sell. And I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, what is my product in itself? What I can tell you is based on the path that I've changed and really focused on, at this point, I would say more people that would be invested into me to buy a new LUT pack or a new transition pack or a new merch drop versus the idea if I only focused on doing tech reviews. Like if that was my only thing, sure, maybe I'd get more views, maybe I'd get more subs, but how many more people would be less interested in brand BigE? You really can be so fucking successful with a tighter, smaller community that is built around you and your genuine product of whatever it is that you really are versus the idea of being bigger and more famous. I've had conversations with content creators that have millions of subscribers across all social media platforms, and I, on average, double their monthly income across the board. So that's a big mistake, creating your content around what will get you the bigger number and not what will build your personal audience. Okay, hold up for a second. I don't typically do this, I swear, but we are just so fucking close to 100,000 subscribers. I'm just gonna simply ask that if you guys enjoyed this video, if you found this helpful in any way, shape, or form for you, consider hitting the subscribe button down below, turning on the notifications. Let's fucking get this 100K plaque. The third mistake, giving no value whatsoever. This is a tough one to understand and a tough one to articulate because it's super important. You have to give value in some way, but instantly people connect value by like monetary value. So it's like, what are you saying, BigE? Just give away money? No, not by any means. The point being is if you put together a video or a piece of content, does it provide value to their day in some way, shape, or form? This always brings me to like the 3 E's in providing value in content creation, which is entertainment, emotion, and education. Entertaining could be funny, humor, storytelling, keeping people engaged throughout whatever process that you're going through and whatever piece of content that you're making. Emotion, obviously elicit emotion. I mean, and that can even relate to what I just said with entertainment. You can make somebody feel emotionally sad through something, happy, humorous, but getting somebody to feel some type of way from your content, super powerful. And the last one, educational, something that I really do lean in on this channel. I've tried to veer away from it so many times. And it's like, again, because I chase these vanity metrics, I chase this idea that I can't be that thing if I want to grow outside of that. But it's like, what if that's just my thing? What if that's just one of the values that I genuinely provide to people? Something that I've been doing for 12 to 13 years now. It's something I'm genuinely influenced and pushed by. I want people to be better. I want creators to improve. Like I always say, if I can figure this shit out, so can you. And it's made an amazing life. And I shouldn't be one of the only people experiencing it. I know a handful of people watching this very video today. You'll make these changes over the years. You will adapt to whatever brand it is that you are growing, and you will know exactly what I mean when you get to that point. You'll feel so gracious, yet so spoiled with the knowledge that you can just give away to other people and they can succeed in their own worlds. That's a big mistake a lot of creators make. They give no value. In fact, a lot of creators do the opposite. They want the value. They perceive this idea that I showed up, I created something. I put something out there. I threw myself on the line. Now you should give me something in return. You should give me a view. We see this all the time in the streaming world. I went live, so you, the site, should just push me and people should just view me because I did the thing. This is why we see the replicated hundreds of thousands of small streamers just playing a video game, not engaging with their chat in any way, shape, or form, trying to be the next Joe Well. Number 4 is a really simple mistake here, being inconsistent. I've mentioned this in a handful of the last videos. 1 upload a week for an entire year is still 52 videos. Most people that I'm talking to right now, you probably did not put out 52 videos last year. But if I challenge you right now to make 1 video by next week, I know you could do that. You know that you could do that. We get so wrapped up in the idea that content needs to be some kind of portfolio, and then you don't have enough time, because I totally get it. A lot of people have full-time jobs. You have other things to worry about, families as well. So it's intimidating to think, oh, how am I going to compete with growing in content and creating content if I can only put out a video in a week? But that really is only an issue if you're looking at vanity metrics and you want to be huge by 6 months. But I've already mentioned that that's pointless. You should worry about just getting the task that you need to get done to grow your shit. A simple, consistent, no questions asked schedule holds you accountable to that. Don't go and post about it, tweet, hey, I'm going to do these things. Show up for you. Set yourself on your schedule and you put out that video a week. You put out those 2 verticals a week. You do that 1 live stream Sunday night to your audience, because that's the only time that you're going to get to connect with them. Do it for you, to prove to yourself that you can do it. Because I'm telling you, after a couple months of doing that, when you develop that grit, it is game over. That teaches you so much more in itself, and it just changes more than what you realize. It encourages you in so many other aspects to just get the shit done that you know you need to get done. Even those little things that stack up around you every single day. Number 5's an annoying one. Creators get stubborn. Look, whether you're watching this video right now and you are just starting off and you're trying to figure things out and you got 100 subs and you're putting together your videos, or you're somebody that has 200,000 subscribers and you're coming through here and you're just trying to get some inspiration to scale and grow and keep your mind right. There's a common mistake in this industry that a lot of us make, and it's this idea that because we are doing X, Y, and Z, that we kind of know best for us. We become super stubborn to the idea of getting better, of calling our own shit out. A great example that I had to learn from this is by surrounding myself with some dope, like-minded people. Big Rob Energy and Jayhawk. I talk about these guys all the time, but they're like my boys in content creation. They hold me accountable. There was a point in time where I had to assess and check my stubbornness with them because I had been doing this stuff for so many years. I had followers on my social media platform in this industry, in the world of content creation, and those guys were like kind of coming up. And at a certain point, they gave very constructive criticism to me. Now, I could have been stubborn to the idea of, hey, I've been doing this longer. I got more followers currently right now, so I'll just keep doing my thing. Or the amazing thing that happened, I took their perspective. I bypassed months to maybe a year of trial and error till I would just figure this out myself anyways. I applied it to my shit and it helped me. Again, you're gonna notice a lot of this relates to these stupid fucking vanity metrics. Just because somebody has less subs and less followers than you, gets less views on some videos, does not mean that they don't know what they're talking about in the aid of helping you get better and improve. Now, obviously a tough thing as a content creator, especially a small up and coming one, is trying to figure out the difference between constructive criticism and haters. And essentially all you really have to ask yourself is, with the comment that you receive from somebody, are they in a position you would appreciate to be in? And does it actually make sense? Is this something that you would actually call yourself out for? Let's just put it this way. I've never met a hater doing better than me, but I've been truly inspired by smaller creators than me, and it's helped me. Number 6, and this is a big one. This is a silly one. You don't monetize early enough. Creators, listen to me. The second you can figure out a way to monetize your brand, to help you to continue to push to create content, do it. We live in a world where like literally everything you own, the camera that you're going to create on, the microphone that you're going to talk into, the phone that you're going to write the ideas on, the TV that you're going to consume other content in, it all takes advantage of people. It tries to make money in the easiest ways possible. I've met countless creators that are in the world of like 1,000 subs, and they almost feel like they haven't earned their ability to monetize yet. Maybe they're not in the YouTube partner program, or they're not into some TikTok thing or Instagram, and they're like, well, I gotta like earn the back end stuff. And it's like, why? Well, I gotta get bigger to get more brand deals. But why? I gotta like prove to myself that I'm worth getting paid for. Why? Listen, if you have 100 people that fuck with you and you can monetize that in some way, and those people want to support you, do it. I had to learn this the hard way through graphic design throughout the years when I was a content creator in that world. I did so much cheap and free shit for the idea for people to support me, to follow me. And lo and behold, everything really did change when I went from doing $100 logos to $1,500 logos. Surprisingly, I cut out a lot of the annoying, overly desperate individuals, and I also took on less projects, created more value from that. On top of that, by taking my brand more serious, monetizing more, creating digital assets to again monetize more, it helped me push out of that. It helped me grow as a creative altogether, which fast forward now, it's completely changed my life. And the negative thing about the monetization idea is a lot of people just, they want the big number right away. And it's like, why? Why not just accept where you are right now? I remember the first YouTube paycheck I got back in the day was like $52 in a month. But it was like, it was crazy. Like that covered my phone bill. And then after a while, like that stacks up. Like one thing gets eliminated from your life. And we're just talking ad revenue. What if like you could do 10 things, even with like 1,000 subs, to eliminate a handful of things? Like, let's say you start making ad revenue on your YouTube videos and you eliminate a phone bill. Then you get memberships on YouTube or through live streaming once a week, and that eliminates your internet bill. And the next thing you know, you start getting a brand deal a month, and that helps eliminate your rent or your car payment. And this is a super important reason as to why I feel like more smaller creators should monetize early, because The earlier you understand how you can monetize yourself in so many different ways, which I do have videos on that. I'll leave that at the end of the video. But the earlier you adapt to that, the more driven you're going to be as you come up to spread monetization in multiple forms. So that way you don't confine yourself to one website. Anyways, I really do feel like these are 6 brutally simple things a lot of smaller content creators can change up and focus on now that will better benefit them in a year from now. So let's lock it the fuck in and get it this year. Regret nothing. By the way, go buy the mug right down below the video. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. I'm out. Peace. Deuces.